Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. Please don't just forget about all this mess. I really can't be asked. When I can be asked, I'll clean it up. Don't worry, it's not always like this. So welcome to a new YouTube video. Today we're going to be talking about self-love and self-care. And I don't mean this in a way like, oh, let me go get my nails done. No. The way I mean it is to listen to your own judgment. And this is kind of a life lesson where I had to learn the hard way. And if you guys do see me looking down at times, I am looking at my notes over here just so I can stay up to date of what I'm talking about, because it's going to be a long video. Anyway, let's go. So, self-judgment. First, what is self-judgment? Self-judgment is, in a way, the way I like to say it is mainly judging yourself and listening to yourself when you come across, let's just say, hard situations. So, for example, there is a lot of people I know out there that will listen to other people's words and their judgments, call it advice, implement it into their life. But once the advice and the judgment doesn't go the way they wanted it to go, they're kind of stuck. They're just stuck. They don't know what to do. And the main reason why this happens in life, and I was one of the person, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I was that person. I would get advice from everyone, ask everyone what I should do. But when it came to the part where there was no one to help me and it was just me, because everything that I chose to do wasn't based on my judgment, I kind of did not have the answers that I should have had to take me out of the situation, if that all makes sense. So listening to your own judgment is the most important thing ever. And I know no one will tell you this because they call this selfish in the new generation, listening to yourself, listening to your own advice. I mean, I get told this a lot, that I'm selfish because I don't like to listen to other people's advice. And in a way, I do understand where they're coming from. Don't get me wrong. But it's more of the way I see it is more of a self journey. So it is a journey that I want to come across on my own, if that makes sense. So for example, when I first started trading, a lot of people would tell me, "Oh, why are you joining these scam groups, these pyramid schemes?" Of course, at the time I wasn't aware of it, so I would listen to the judgment of the person in the pyramid scheme that got me in there. And everyone was making money out of me in a way, because I feel like I was doing more than I should have for the company, and I was bringing a lot of people in. And because I didn't make the choice myself to actually join this company and learn how to trade, it was more of a thing where I needed money at the time. I heard trading, I heard this, I heard that, just went into it. And when it came to the situation where I actually wasn't learning anything about how to trade, as a matter of fact, they were teaching me retail concepts. They were teaching me the double shoulder pattern, the M, the W. I don't even know what they're called anymore, but these are the stuff they were teaching me. So when it came to this area in my life where I wasn't developing at all, I raised so many concerns to the people above me, and they would just tell me speak to my mentor. Bear in mind, my mentor was like, he's a good guy. Don't get me wrong. If you're watching this, my bro, I love you. But at the time, we didn't really have that much trading knowledge, so he couldn't really help me. If that's literally what I have to say. He couldn't really help me. So I found myself in a very dark tunnel where I couldn't see a way out, to be honest. And the main reason for this is because I didn't listen to myself. I was just listening to others trying to make quick money. Quick money is not a thing, by the way, guys. Please don't get it twisted. Like, you can make money quickly, don't get it wrong. There's people out there that makes money so quickly, but if you haven't struggled to earn this much money, for example, if you've been trading for 5 years and you're making 30k a week, you can't count that as quick money. That guy sacrificed so much in his past to be where he is now. But if you're someone, for example, doing fraud, that's not something that's stable in my eyes, because you are essentially robbing someone else's time. You're robbing their time. Yeah, that's all you're doing. The money they worked for is the time they put in to get the money. And you taking that is you basically taking a few years off their life. In a way, it does sound harsh, but in a way it is true. And if you're in that lifestyle, I hope what I said really like just open your eyes a little bit, because it's not really fun. I understand your life could be pretty shit, but imagine if you was in that position. Imagine if your life was pretty shit. You're working hours for a little paycheck to paycheck, and someone just comes and takes it from you. Sounds a bit like the government, to be honest. But yeah, back to the topic. I don't really want to come across in a way where you shouldn't take other people's advice. Of course you should, because there's people out there with a lot of life lessons that they can teach you, so you don't have to fall into the whole cycle everyone falls into. But just be careful of who you listen to. So the way I see things is, if there is a person that's in the position I want to be in a few years' time, I would definitely listen to him, open up, speak to him, tell him what I think about the things. However, if there is someone that is not in the same position I want to be in, and they're giving me life advice on the stuff that they went through, you must 100% pay respect for them as well. Listen to them. And listening to someone doesn't mean you're taking in or you're acknowledging what they were saying to the point where you want to do it in your life. You don't have to. It's your life. But listening to someone's life lessons can actually be very, very interesting. So, for example, let me give you guys an example. I used to work at a cafe. So, as you know, like a normal cafe where people go to have breakfast. I had this colleague where he was telling me how he's been in the industry for 10 plus years, and he made a mistake of listening to his brother and buying the shop. And bear in mind, he wasn't planning on working here for that many years, but because of the fact that he listened to his brother and he took advice from him and took the shop, when stuff went downhill in his own personal life, his brother wasn't there to help him, to be honest, because his brother was just giving him advice. His brother probably didn't even realize the stuff he told him. But because he took it in a way so literally, he done everything that he was told in a way where when a setback came, he didn't know how to come across a setback. And that's literally everything in life. If you want to take advice from others, do it. I'm not telling you not to do it, but plan around it. Don't wing life. It's not good to wing life. I've been winging life for 20 years, and trust me, boy, it's not fun. I'm telling you, it's not fun at all. So don't cut corners. Don't wing life. If there is anything, so for example, you can take an advice from someone you don't want to be in the same position in, but their advice can be way better than someone else's advice that you want to be in a position in. Take both advice, plan your way around it. And that's how essentially you're gonna acknowledge to judge yourself even more, if that makes sense. Because you took their advice. By you planning, you are putting your own advice in as well. So if you're putting your own advice in, you're kind of listening to yourself. And you're not just purely entering and like, you're not, what's that word? You're not entertaining the advice they gave you. It's more of a thing where you've taken it in, made your own judgment on how you're going to approach it, and went for it. That's what I call listening to yourself. That's literally everything that I tried explaining to you in the beginning of the video. So if nothing made sense for you, I'm just breaking it down right now. If I gave you life advice and your mum gave you life advice, you can take both advices from both peers, plan it on your own, the way you wanna like do it, and then do it. Simple. Like, if something goes wrong, because you planned, you're gonna have ways to beat the obstacle. But if you didn't plan, you can even think about a previous example in your life. If you went through something purely on the fact of someone else telling you to do it, and then when you came across the hurdle, you couldn't go across the hurdle, if that makes sense. But then when you recap to another point in your life where you done something based on your decision, came across a hurdle, went past the hurdle, and carried on going, Like, that's literally what I'm trying to tell you guys here. I'm not saying don't listen to anyone, because that's when you become a bit selfish, and you need knowledge to attain the position you want to be in life. Knowledge is power, but it's just how you listen to it and what you listen to. Because a lot of information with a lot of people goes through this ear, comes right back out of this ear. So, yeah, like, deal with the advices other people give you the way you want to deal with it. Don't just listen to them and go ahead with it, because a lot of people's life has fumbled just by listening to other people and just going with it. That's not really like something I would tell you guys to do, because that's something I feel like I've done a lot, and it led to the position I'm in right now. And I'm not saying that everything was a lesson. Alhamdulillah, I learned everything the good way. But I could have approached life in a different way, and maybe I could have been in a different position right now. But like they say, if I didn't approach life the way I did now, maybe I wouldn't have been here and telling you guys the advice I learned. So, like we all say, Allah is the greatest of planets. So you just gotta trust Allah and just leave it there. So guys, that's pretty much the end of the video. Hope I didn't waffle a lot. I haven't recorded a YouTube video in so long, so I can't lie, I absolutely winged this. Let me know what you guys think in the description. In the comments. Let me know if there's any other types of videos you guys want me to talk about. And yeah, enjoy the rest of your day, and see you guys all soon.